How's it going, everyone? Justin Smith here, scouting and recruiting analyst for Touchdown Alabama. Thank you guys so much for joining me today on our YouTube channel. The first thing I need you to do is hit that like button for me. Please hit the subscribe button as well. Subscribers, hit that notification bell. Be notified when we drop content on our YouTube channel. Back with another breaking recruiting news video as the Crimson Tide just picked up a verbal commitment from 2023 four-star wide receiver Jalen Hale out of Longview High School in Texas. He becomes the Crimson Tide's 23rd commit in the 2023 recruiting class, their third wide receiver pledge, joining Malik Benson, who was a JUCO prospect out of Hutchinson Community College in Kansas. Also joining 2023 four-star wide receiver Cole Adams out of Wassa High School in Oklahoma, who the Crimson Tide picked up a verbal commitment from a couple of months ago. Hale chose the Crimson Tide over Georgia, Texas, and Texas A&M. Each of those programs hosted Hale for an official visit in the past. The Crimson Tide got him on campus earlier this month when they took on the Utah State Aggies. The Texas Longhorns got him on campus a week later when they took on the Tide in Austin. And Aggies got him on campus last weekend. Georgia hosted him for an official visit during the month of June. But the Tide really seemed to gain some momentum in Jalen Hale's recruitment when they got him back on campus for the Champions Cookout in July. Of course, he already had an official visit date locked in with Alabama. Many people expected that would be the next time that he arrived in Tuscaloosa, with that official visit date being September 3rd, that weekend when the Crimson Tide kicked off the 2022 football season. But he did get back to Tuscaloosa in July. On July 31st, got to Tuscaloosa for the Crimson Tide Champions Cookout, and that is when the Crimson Tide started to gain some momentum and look like a real threat to pull him out of Texas from the Texas Longhorns, because the Longhorns were looking like the favorite for a couple of months for Hale at one particular point in this recruitment. But the Crimson Tide have been very active in recruiting Hale for several years. He has built a close relationship with the Crimson Tide's wide receiver coach Harmon Wiggins and Nick Saban ever since he was a sophomore. I remember talking to him at the Under Armour Future 50 event. That's what he told me. He said he feels close of those guys because they have been recruiting him for a couple of years now. So the Tide were able to beat out the Bulldogs, the Longhorns, and the Aggies to pull in another Texas prospect after picking up Jordan Renaud earlier this week out of Title Legacy High School in Texas. But that is enough about Jalen Hale's recruitment. Let's take a look at what he brings to the table. 6'1", approximately 6'1" and weighing 185 pounds. I think he may be a couple of inches taller than that, so I think I'll put him around that 6'2", 6'3" range at 185 pounds. You guys are seeing some film from his senior season and some film from his junior year. I think he has gradually developed and continuing to get better as a route runner. His routes look way more precise during his senior season. I remember watching him at the Future 50 event, and his routes looked as if they were definitely improved when you compared them to his junior year. But his routes are not bad as a junior, but his routes are a little bit more precise during his senior film, the couple of games that he has played at Longview High School this particular football season. But some of the strengths that I feel he brings to the table, I think his biggest strength is the ability to high point the football and go up and get it, snatch it away from defenders, showing great body control, working back to the football, because during his junior season, his quarterback did not have the strongest arm, so he had to work back to some throws and make some plays. And I think a player like that and give a quarterback confidence, because with him, he may not look open, but hey, let me throw it up and give him an opportunity. Give him the football where only he can go up and attack it. I think Jalen Hale is going to be one of those guys. I really love wide receivers who can go up and high point the football and play in the air, and I think Jalen Hale has that particular skill set. Great size, great length, has an ability to make some plays after the catch as well. So I think the Crimson Tide are picking up a good one in Jalen Hale on today. They may not be done recruiting wide receivers though, because they still have their eyes on speedy and explosive wide receiver Jaron Hamilton and a couple of other guys. But Hamilton is a guy to definitely keep your eyes on as a top 7, has an official visit locked in for the Crimson Tide when they take on the Auburn Tigers. We had an opportunity to watch we watched Hale at Under Armour 50, but we had an opportunity to watch Hamilton live in person earlier this football season. Be sure to check out his interview and also check out his highlights from that particular performance and instant analysis as well. So the Crimson Tide are continuing to roll on the recruiting trail, well on their way to signing another top recruiting class in this 2023 recruiting cycle. They are a long way from done, specifically on the defensive side of the football. We'll continue to recruit some guys on offense as well, but I still feel they have an opportunity to really make a lot of noise when it comes to the defensive side of the football moving forward. But Jalen Hale is definitely a good get for the Crimson Tide. Nice size, length, physical wide receiver, can make some plays after the catch, go up and get it type of mentality. You could say that he's a guy that has great ball skills, has a basketball background. I think that helps him in terms of going up and get the football and showing great body control. Also have a great track background in terms of running 200-meter dash. If you guys are familiar with running track, the 200 meters not like the 100 meters. You're going to need some wind. You're gonna need your technique a little bit more. You're gonna need some great top end speed and continuous top end speed in terms of running the 200-meter dash. And I think that is another thing that really helps Jalen Hale's skill set. But as always, thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to hit that like button, hit the subscribe button as well. Subscribe, hit the notification bell, be notified when we drop content on our YouTube channel. As always, I am Justin Smith, the scouting and recruiting analyst for Touchdown Alabama.